Challenge number 10 is a little bit harder to understand because now you've got to think a little bit outside of the box. This one says, write a sketch that makes the red LED increase in intensity from 0 to 255 in a loop. Okay, so this is a case of looking at what is happening in a loop. And I'm going to explain this very slowly for you. So the code for a loop is 4. Now we need to tell it that it's an int. All right, it's an integer. And currently it's 0. But we're going to say I is going to go up to and equal 255. Now the reason we do 255 is because that's the brightest light that we can do. So we're going to put inside here a loop of making the light go from 0 to 255. So now what we need to do is say Esplora.write RGB. The light is now not going to have a number for the red. It's now going to have I as its number. And we're not going to have a green light. We're not going to have a blue light. And we're just going to simply do that. We could put, if we wanted to, a delay on that of say 100 milliseconds, and you would see the red light get brighter in intensity over a duration of time. But I'm not going to put that delay in there. I'm going to leave that alone and just run that. Now, let's just check and make sure that our code is correct, which it is. There's no errors. Remember, some students, they'll forget something in here, for example, or they'll forget that this needs to be there, and they'll run it and they'll get an error, and it'll say, no, there's no, what is I? It doesn't, equals does not equal, so it's not right. So then we do that. Now, we fix that up. Go ahead and run that and have a look at your LED. It's going to be dull, and then it's going to be bright, and it's going to loop itself over and over again because it's inside a loop. So it starts out like almost like a blinking light or a bright light flashing. So that's the answer. That's the code for challenge number 10. A bit confusing at the start, but once you see that piece of code, it makes sense.